And welcome, Teemu.
Thank you, Anders. Can you hear me?
We can hear you very well. How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you. How are you? I hope you've had a great afternoon.
Yeah, we're fine, thank you. So I just said, maybe you heard that, that I will now give you the opportunity to introduce yourself, and then we'll take any questions from the audience here. So please, Teemu, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Anders, and good afternoon to all of you. And of course, in the perfect conditions, I would have wanted to be there physically myself today on stage with you, but I am also, of course, engaged in another job right now, and I have right now actually a customer event ongoing in Helsinki in Finland. So that's where I am physically right now. But yes, let me give you a short introduction of myself. Teemu Salmi, Finnish name, as you can hear, but Swedish citizen. I'm born in Finland, but lived outside of Finland for most of my life. Now, actually, the last 2.5 years, for the first time in my life, worked in Finland, as I was recruited as CEO for Finland's and one of the biggest cybersecurity consulting companies in the Nordic, called Nixu, stock-listed company, when I joined. And it's been a journey since I joined. We've been acquired. We've been taken off Nasdaq here in Helsinki. And now I'm actually in the process of integrating 3 companies in the cybersecurity realm that DNV, the Norske Veritas, has bought. And I'm currently CEO of those 3 combined companies that we call DNV Cyber. A little bit about my history. Before I joined Nixu 2.5 years ago, I spent 5 years at Stora Enso in the forestry industry as the group CIO and head of the digitalization agenda there. And also in parallel with that, I was also the managing director of a startup business we had with some consumer products that we were developing. And prior to Stora Enso, I spent a big time of my career, 18 years, with Ericsson. In Ericsson, I held various positions, mostly in the services space. And the last 4 years of my career in Ericsson, I lived in the Middle East. I lived in Dubai, and I was responsible for the security services for 23 countries in the Middle East and Eastern Africa. And the last year of Ericsson, I was responsible for the business of a business unit called IT and Cloud at that point in time, selling and delivering IT and cloud services of the Ericsson portfolio to the same 23 countries I was running services for prior to that. I'm a systems engineer as a background, but I haven't worked so much with software development in my life. I actually quickly jumped on the leadership track and held various leadership positions in different industries during my career. Next year, when I join Enea, I will turn 52. So that's, you have my age. I live in Stockholm, actually. Right now, actually, I live in Helsinki and Stockholm, but I have my family in Stockholm, in the southern part of Stockholm. So looking much forward to moving back home and jumping on the job with Enea. And I really look forward to that 1st of April next year. South of Stockholm, I live with my wife, and I have, well, I almost said 2 kids. They're not kids anymore. They're 20 and 14, but that's still my 2 young beloved ones at home. I'm a bit of a sports geek. I love making sure that I keep myself fit, and I'm a runner. So when I'm not working, I run. So I use my energy 24/7 to something at least. Yeah, a little bit about my history and who I am, and very much open for taking any questions from the audience, even though I can't see you in the audience, but still.
All right, thank you for that, Teemu. So do we have a question for Teemu or 2?
Hi Teemu, Simon Granat here again with ABG. Thanks for the introduction to yourself. I was wondering, what in particular do you see in Enea, and what do you seek to bring to the table? And then I was wondering if you have any learning experience that you might summarize from being at a company that had been acquired. Thank you.
Thank you. I heard Simon, and then I had a break for 30 seconds. I'm really sorry, Simon. Can you repeat the question? I apparently had some bad network hiccup here. Sorry, but can you repeat the question?
Yes, yes, of course. No problem at all. I was just wondering whether you could summarize on what you seek to bring to the table to Enea, and also which learning experiences you might have from being at a company that had been acquired previously. Thank you.
Well, I think that what I can bring to Enea is quite a lot of learnings from the cybersecurity area. I've been working quite a lot with cybersecurity before, and especially now in my last 2.5 years leading a cybersecurity consulting business of 500 people. I think I can bring quite a lot of learnings from that, and of course also from being on the other side, being a group CIO for 5 years as well, and how that enterprise thinking of cybersecurity. And then of course also I think I can bring quite a lot of my telecom experience from my Ericsson time. This is it's kind of like coming home for me, coming back to Enea. So I hope that, and of course combined with that, quite passionate leadership. I think also, and I hope that I can bring my passionate leadership also into Enea, and then sprinkle that with quite some M&A experience that I've been having right now. The last year and a half, been going through it myself, being now part of a company that has been acquired, and now going through quite a major integration of 3 companies into one. So and you said learning experience from that. I think some of the learning experiences are to be a bit humble and to be proud of the history of all the companies that you acquired. There's a lot of competence and capabilities, and you need to make sure that you bring the best of these worlds together, while you at the same time are building one new company, right? Which is also important, so you can reap the benefits of the good things of whatever you're bringing together, right? But I have been working hands-on with now here for the past year and a half, and I hope to be able to bring that as well with me into my Enea job.
Thank you, Teemu and Simon. Anyone else? This is your last chance before March 31st. Probably not, but... Okay. Well, thank you so much, Teemu. Thank you for making the time to call in. It's really appreciated. And we look forward to you coming on board 1st of April next year.
Thank you so much, and have a great afternoon ahead. Thank you so much for having me. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.